Is it weird for me to say that I'm almost ashamed of having a serious and deep connection with the media when most people nowadays use it possibly as much as I do? Well, it's kind of hard to answer it. Our generation nowadays is very different, and I know that what we call the internet has influenced that. It influenced me too, for the good and the bad. That's why I don't use TikTok. But besides that, the internet has millions and billions of content. Have you ever realized how big the internet is? Every second, probably like 10 videos, photos, and posts have been posted. The internet is full of stuff. Literally every single database is at your fingertips, and it can all fit in your pocket. Unless you're a girl, because nothing ever fits in those tiny pockets. But still, could you believe how much time people spend on their phones and how much disturbing and weird content people make on it? I'm not going to go in that direction, but a lot of things on the internet is how I can keep myself motivated. But the problem is when that sense of connection between us and the internet feels a bit low as of now. By the quote of J.M. Barrie, it is not in doing what you like, but in liking what you do that is the secret of happiness. Are we enjoying ourselves on the internet? The thing that keeps us entertained for hours? Have we just spent 10 minutes scrolling through our feed in hopes that something interests you? Well, that just sprinkles a little bit of burnout on our heads because that's the time of day where we should probably go out more and touch some grass. But remember that it's always good to take a break sometimes. It's always the best first step to take a step away from the internet. What I do is just to think of something else. What is something that I would like to do that doesn't involve social media? If I can take my mind away from the internet right now. And usually after a short while I'll feel refreshed again. But let me trace my footsteps. I want to take back the idea of scrolling through our feed for 10 minutes. You know, it's that time of day where we want to just lie down in our bed and find something that we want to watch, and then refresh the page over and over again. I feel like during this moment, I begin to lose track of time, and I'm so focused on the screen, and sometimes, after looking deep enough, we find our treasure. Let's just say, the YouTube recommendations are super weird. I get tons of random content from creators that I've never seen before. I mean, sometimes they can be good because there's tons of amazing creators on this platform that get little attention, and then, bang! The YouTube algorithm kicks in and this video from a random creator gets put into the feed of multiple users, all coming together to watch that video at the same time. Sometimes YouTube recommends good things and whatnot, and it's a power move. Literally just at the perfect time when we're feeling bored already, something immediately attracts our attention. I don't know why, but probably about half of the content that I watch are really old videos. I'm a late veteran on YouTube. I've watched it since 2013. I favor a lot of the old content because it's so much more simple and also nostalgic. I apparently have this ability to watch the same old content over and over again and never get bored of it. I don't know how I do it, but even after watching it hundreds of times, I still get a kick out of it. Probably because those creators are just either really comforting or really funny and entertaining. Of course, I'm not limited to a few videos. There are so many videos on this platform that I can watch over and over. I'm not a boring person, I can just deal with the repetition. Even though it does keep me entertained, it doesn't work all the time. I'm bringing up my reason why I talked about the algorithm. Sometimes when I scroll through my feed, I get recommended so many different kinds of content, and I can even get introduced to many different franchises and channels, and it may seem weird to me at first. I'm normally more attached to the same types of content, but somehow getting invested in different things is a bit of a weird experience for me. Changing things up is always good, but it's such a strange feeling for me, but I don't know how to describe it. I suddenly start watching a completely new series or channel out of nowhere, and then afterwards I start to realize where I've gone. It's so weird for me, because then I question how I got here. Because how could I be just watching the same usual series that I normally do, and then somehow I'm invested in something entirely different and I completely forgot how I got here? Think of it like you're walking all the way to home. You're used to the pattern of where to go, and walking towards that location has pretty much been regained in your mind and it's all muscle memory. You don't really pay much attention to the path since you know your way there easily, but then after about 10 minutes of walking, you look around and realize, where did I go? That's exactly how it feels to randomly latch onto different areas. Traveling out to different places is like watching new content, while watching the same content is like being at home. How does this burn me out? Because it's a weird experience for me. I hate getting too invested in something because I know that when I finish it, I'll get depressed. When I watch the same content, I know how much more I want to watch and I know what to expect. But finding new interests and spending so much on them is when I really start to lose track of time. As soon as I've had enough, it makes me feel like lying down and questioning my life at this point. It's like a shift to reality. So, how about you get off your device and touch some grass? And I'm gonna do the same. See what this is? It's a door. Just walk out of it, And here it is.